Hello and welcome to Taylor Africa. My name is Garth and I absolutely get it. Planning a luxury Africa honeymoon can be frustrating and overwhelming because let's face it, it's not like booking a hotel in Paris or jumping online and booking a resort in Fiji. There are so many destinations, properties, activities, month of travel, and so much more that goes into planning an Africa honeymoon that it can feel very overwhelming. So in this video, I'm going to unpack an Africa honeymoon for you. I'm going to start with giving you the 5 questions that we ask all of our new clients when we're onboarding. And those are destinations, number of nights, time of year, budget, and special offers. And I've created a title below here. So if at any time I bore you, you can jump around to a section that interests you a little bit more. The goal of this video is to save you time, money, and frustration. And I really hope to achieve that. And if you have any questions at the end, please feel free to reach out. We're happy to jump on a video call with you. We're happy to answer any of your questions. So without further ado, let's jump in and check out the sections below and let's try solve this puzzle of getting your dream Africa honeymoon for you. Number 1, destinations. The first question that you are going to be asked is, where do you want to go? And here there are 2 options. So first we have the East Africa honeymoon, and then we have a Southern Africa honeymoon. And because of the vast difference in distance between these 2 destinations, you're going to choose between an East Africa honeymoon or a Southern Africa honeymoon. So let's take a look at the destinations in each, and you can then have a better idea of which one is better for you. East Africa honeymoon or Southern Africa honeymoon? Let's look at East Africa versus Southern Africa. As you can see from East Africa, I refer to this as a bush and beach destination because you have the Serengeti and Masai Mara, which is best known for the great wildebeest migration and made very popular on National Geographic wildlife documentaries thanks to the beautiful viewing plains. You then also have the absolute stunning jewel of the Indian Ocean, the Seychelles, which is the perfect way to end off a East Africa honeymoon. However, I must advise you that we do not recommend East Africa for budgets of under $8,000 per person because the experience is too unpredictable. For example, you can be on an immersive game drive at a sighting and 10 vehicles descend upon it, completely ruining the moment. Southern Africa, on the other hand, has lots of destinations within a close proximity to one another, making for a multi-experience Africa honeymoon. We have the food and wine capital in Cape Town in South Africa, the Kruger Park, best known for Big 5 wildlife safaris and the most species of animals within the reserve. We have the Okavango Delta, luxury, remote, beautiful Africa honeymoon destination, and the unspoiled islands of Mozambique if you want to end off on a tropical island. So I hope that gives you a better idea of East Africa versus Southern Africa for your honeymoon. Number 2 is month of travel. This is very important because we need to know when you want to go because that's going to affect the price of your honeymoon. It could be low season, high season, out of season, or a time where there are special offers for starters. And secondly, depending on the experiences you want to have. For example, if you want to go and experience Devil's Pool on Victoria Falls with its magnificent views, then you don't want to go when the river is at its fullest because Devil's Pool is closed. Similarly, if you want to go see calving season in Tanzania during the Great Migration, you don't want to go in November when there is no calving season. So we need to know what is your month of travel, and then we can match it to the best destinations and activities that interest you most. Number 3 is length of stay. How many nights do you want to go for? Knowing the number of nights is very important because it also allows us to best fit the number of nights into your budget. Sometimes we'll juggle locations with a higher value with ones with a lower value, or properties with higher and lower values, so that we can best get the number of nights that you want into your budget. For a rule of thumb, you should look at from $750 per person for the luxury safari part, which is going to be on an all-inclusive basis, but we'll chat more about that in the pricing sections later on. Number 4 is budget. You really do need to know an idea of your budget coming into this because it's not going to be a situation where you say, give me options. Anybody who does that, we know that they haven't done any research, and we typically don't like working with a client who doesn't even know their budget. If you have a $6,000 budget, an $8,000 budget, a $10,000 budget, we need to know that because destinations vary in price, season varies in price, but more importantly, properties vary in price. To give you an idea, I could create a luxury Africa honeymoon package that starts in Cape Town, goes to Victoria Falls, and then onto the Kruger Park private reserves. And I can create a package like that for 9 nights for $7,000, but I can also create those same destinations with different properties for $15,000 or $20,000. So it's critical that we understand your budget going into this, and that is going to be a budget exclusive of international flights, because you're going to get a better deal booking those yourself. Our packages will include everything once you land in Africa. All your internal flights, internal transfers, activities, etc. So it's very, very, very important to this process that we understand your realistic budget, because it takes considerable time to contact the properties, check availability, organize the activities, run the logistics, etc. Please have a very good understanding of your budget per person, excluding international flights, and then we can hit the ground running and deliver fantastic value for you. Better than booking it yourself direct or trying to book, because we have considerably more buying power. So budget, super important. Number 5 is special offers, honeymoon exclusives. You are going to be excited to know that honeymooners get the most value from their luxury Africa safaris. These special offers are available at 4-star, 5-star and 6-star luxury African safari lodges. Now, how do you qualify for these wonderful luxury Africa honeymoon value adds and special offers? Really simple. You need to travel within 6 months of your wedding date to get the majority of the really big value adds, or within 12 months of your wedding date to get some of the secondary value adds. These are superb special offers. They are things like pay 3 nights, stay 4 nights, or bride only pays 50%. So you get so much more value as a honeymooner in Africa than anybody else. So it really is a good time to take advantage of visiting these beautiful lodges and immerse yourself in the wonderful wildlife of Africa whilst on your honeymoon, because you are going to get better value than any other time in your life. Number 6 is the activities that you can do while on your Africa honeymoon. Now, there are so many more activities than just the immersive Big 5 wildlife safaris or animal engagement experiences, which, yes, are the main reason for visiting Africa for your luxury honeymoon, and they are incredibly important, but there are other activities that you can also do. Things like shark cage diving, hot air ballooning over the falls or over a safari, horseback safaris, whale watching, hiking, paragliding. There's canoeing experiences in the Okavango Delta leading you up to these beautiful animals. There are so many things, so it really helps us if we understand what kind of activities interest you. Do you like adrenaline sports? Do you like food and wine? Do you like just R&R? What interests you for your trip? If we know this, we can match the destinations and the properties that'll give you the most value, the best experience, the most unforgettable memories of your lifetime on your dream Africa honeymoon. Okay, let's talk prices for a luxury Africa honeymoon. Now, our packages start from $6,000 per person sharing, excluding international flights, and we can go all the way up to $100,000 per person, excluding international flights. It just depends on the destinations and the level of accommodations that are required. Now, a rule of thumb is if you want to budget for a 4 to 5-star experience, look at from $750 per person daily. If you want a full 5-star experience all the way through, budget from $1,000 per person daily, and then this will give you a complete 5-star experience. 10 nights in this example would cost $10,000, excluding international flights. Now, our packages that we design include all local transfers, domestic travel, and activities, as well as all-inclusive when you are in the luxury safari lodges. All-inclusive means 2 daily game drives with private guides and trackers in Land Cruiser vehicles for the most part. All your meals, snacks and local drinks fully included, so you don't have to worry about anything once you get here and you are on safari. Why you should book through a specialist like Taylor Africa is because you also get 24/7 dedicated support when you travel. So the same specialist that we assign to work with you to design your Dream Africa honeymoon is going to be your point of contact when you travel on your honeymoon. So if you need anything at any time, we're always a WhatsApp message away and we will help you with whatever you may need. You will also receive all your updates on activities and transfers in advance, so you don't have to worry about anything when you are on a luxury Africa honeymoon with Taylor Africa. We look after everything for you, so all you get to do is immerse in nature and spend time together with your loved one on your new journey and create unforgettable lifetime memories. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video on unpacking luxury Africa honeymoons. I really hope it has helped you. I hope you have a better idea of the destinations, of your budget, of the activities, of the full experience, and why it's so important to book with a specialist like Taylor Africa. Because we really do have access to exclusive offers you won't find anywhere else. We have full 24/7 support. We have insider relationships in South and East Africa. We are SATSA bonded for almost 20 years. So when you travel with Taylor Africa, all you have to do is think, how am I going to enjoy this beautiful immersive experience with my partner in nature that doesn't judge, and you can be free to enjoy each other in your new journey together. Visit taylorafrica.com, inquire about your luxury Africa honeymoon. I'll personally reply to you within 24 hours, and then we'll assign the right destination specialist to work with you and tailor the perfect Dream Africa honeymoon that you are looking for. One love, we appreciate your time and we hope to see you in Africa.